As
No,
the
no, I started last week.
Oh, you started last week. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Oh, so and what did you say you work like 3 days a week or 4 days or something?
Yeah, 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday.
So you work today?
No, I was off for Martin Luther King Day. For Martin Luther King Day.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Closed school. That's right. I get it. Gone to school. Let's see. You're in Colorado. What do you have? 19 days sober?
Yes,
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
yes.
That was 19.
Yeah. Tobacco.
He's related to Chew.
Excuse me.
He's related to Chewbacca.
Cut that out. That's not funny. I'll ask him that, but he'll be insulted. I'm certain of it. Oh, he left. We already insulted the guy. He had one look. He looked at that thing that pops up and goes, that guy's name, I can't remember. I get to remember some of these Zoom bombers because they come in so often. And
Yeah, shit, I got the email. Sam, I don't know. I can look at that email. I just realized you sent me an email and I haven't been on my computer in a couple of days.
Yeah.
About the Zoom bombers. You are
science, client texting. So, hey, Autumn, I have a question for you. I was going to ask you. Can't remember. That interrupted me. It was. Um, Something about school, something about where. Oh, what step are you on now? You're still on the fourth step, are you? Are you getting ready to do five?
I'm ready to do 5.
You are, okay. Set that up. Maybe we could do it. I'll set it up with you. We'll get one other person, like one other woman to do it and me. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Oh, did anybody put up today in the Oh, I know I was gonna ask you. Maybe we could have you be a co-host. You could, you're not really, you said you're not too familiar with Zoom, but you seem like you're pretty with it.
Thanks.
Is that like just you sobered up and suddenly you like got with it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I know the feeling. Um, Matt, I should be back tonight. Oh, somebody did put it up. No, Jan put it up. Lisa, well, most likely will miss tonight. I'm getting a procedure. Oh no.
put it
Done
up at
this
6
week.
a.m.
Huh? And oh, here we go. Oh, somebody did put it up. Sam put it up.
He put it up at 6 a.m.
You put it up at 6
Slacker
a.m.?
Matt put it up. Yeah.
No, Jan put it up at 6 a.m. What's going on here? Okay. What is this behind you there, man? Is that like an eagle trying to eat the American flag?
No, man, it's just an eagle soaring as the American flag flaps behind it. It's a reminder that the day will pass and a democracy will continue on. You see Elon Musk? See what he did earlier?
We're not talking about him during the meeting. No other discussion except for AA today here. Let's see here. We have, I'm going to turn the bell off, guys. And oh yeah, so Autumn, you want to do that? We'll show you how. We could do a training with you, an audio training. And I have to turn this bell off. And
Okay.
I made you a. Where'd she go? She's still with us? Yeah. I made you a co-host for today. Let's see. Allow. Turn the bell on. So we do like a training, and then you could help like admit people, and throw people out. That's the most fun. No, whatever. or put stuff up. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good. I won't
Okay.
be able to be here though Monday through Thursday.
Oh, I can't hear you. Your audio just went to pieces.
I won't be able to be here Monday through Thursday.
Okay, well, we'll figure it out, whichever days you can. That'd
Okay.
be all right. Not a big deal. Let's see, let's talk with Axel. Hey, Axel, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? Jann to Axel, let Ron in. Yeah, Axel. I have to ask you some security questions, please. So if you could come in and talk to me. Manny in Brazil, hi, how are you? How many days sober are you now?
I'm 1 week sober now.
1 week, 7 days in Brazil. Okay. Well, it's fixing his. Aaron, you can fix yours. And Axel, you want to talk to me, or if you don't talk to me, we kick you out. Because people that don't talk to me have a tendency to be Zoom bombers.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where-
What's up?
Where are you calling from?
Um,
Mhm.
I'm calling from Orfino, Idaho,
Okay. And how long have you been sober?
since the 5th,
Since when?
the 5th of this month.
5th
This month.
of January. Okay. All right. Well, good. Welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. Glad you could make it. Chris, hi Chris, hi, how are you? Are you here for the AA meeting, Chris? And where are you calling from? Joe in Boston, you can change your name. Efren, you can change your name in it. And how long you've been here? Hey Chris, how's it going? Are you here for AA? Chris Chong. Come on and talk to me. And anybody that doesn't talk to me, we kick out. Because those are usually people who are Zoom bombers. Put those people in. Let's go to Sarah. Hi, Sarah. You guys can change your names and your,
Hi. Hi.
where are you calling from and how long are you sober?
This is Sarah from Ithaca, New York. Can you roll up the window? I am calling from my car in 8 days.
8 days from Ithaca. Kevin, how are you? Where are you calling from, Kevin? How long are you sober? Kevin, are you in Texas? Hey, Kevin, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from today? How long are you sober? Let's put that notice up again there, Matt. Jan to Kevin. If you don't talk to me, we kick you out of the meeting. Chris, over to you. How long are you, where are you calling from? How long are you sober? And let's go over to Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? I am calling from Woodstock, Georgia, and I am 6 days sober.
Georgia, 6 days. Good. Danny, how long? Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, how long are you sober, Kevin? And where are you calling from?
Maryland, about a month.
Maryland in about a month. Okay. Glad you're here. Welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. Jeremy, hi, how are you? And where are you calling from today and how long have you been sober? Jeremy. What is that thing where he keeps calling on the guys in class? It's somebody's day off. What was the name of that? That movie, Matt.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That's it, Ferris Bueller. Bueller. Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy, are you here for are you here for AA and where are you calling from? Jeremy. Jack. Jack in Kentucky. How are you doing, Jack? How long are you sober, Jack?
That got a good laugh out of me. Day one for me.
Okay, working on day one. Glad you're here. You're in the
Yep.
right meeting. Come aboard. Chris C. Hey, Chris. Hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? And you guys can change your name. You can also talk to me. Unmute, talk to me. Otherwise, we kick you out if you don't talk to me. Bueller. Bueller. I could start pronouncing people's names wrong. You know, like this would be so this would be Jerem Y. Jerem Y. Where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? Or you can text me on this. Right. Let's go to Chris. Chris, how are you doing? How about you? You're here for AA? You can text me or text one of the guys. And okay, here he goes. Chris says he's from California. And Chris, type in how many days you've got. So what's Jeremy say? Okay, I apologize, guys. Okay, Chris says, it's my second. Apparently Chris has 2 days. California. Okay, good. Glad you sent that over. Thank you. Jeremy, you could write to me too. Sarah, hi, how are you? How long are you sober? Where are you calling from?
Fraser Park, California, day 13.
13. Sarah, Jack, Kevin. Let's go. Good to see you. Joe. Sandra, how are you? Are you here for AA?
Hi, yes, I am. Sandra, Illinois, about 5 days.
5 days. Okay, glad you're here. I'm doing false pronunciation on people's names today. So this is July. Hi, July. So you have six you have 6.5 months. That's really something.
6.5 years.
Oh, 6.5 years, that's right. And I see that you also have a oh, I thought you had a picture of a cat, but you don't. Anyways, hi, how are you?
Good.
Good, here we go. Let's talk to Kalalia. Kalalia. Is it Kalalia? Hey, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long are you sober?
Hey, Kalila alcoholic, and January 1st I celebrated 4 years, and I'm calling from Florida.
Florida. Ooh, that's the orange state.
It is indeed.
Do they still grow oranges there?
Yeah, oranges and lemons.
Did you ever go out and pick them for like, work?
No, that would have been fun though.
Yeah, I don't think so. It's backbreaking. Glad you're here. Well, this is kind of fun. Sam, you having a good time? Yep, that's good to know. All right. Here's I think we're just about ready to go here in a minute. What is today? Today's Monday. Oh my God, don't tell me. Here's Dawn. Dawn Loffler. Dawn Loffler. Hey Dawn, how are you? Are you here for the AA meeting? Where are you calling from? Okay. And where are you calling from and how long you been sober?
I'm in Richmond, Virginia, and I've been sober for 40 days.
40 days and 40 nights.
Yes, indeed.
It's almost biblical.
Yeah.
Richmond, that's the home of the Confederacy, isn't it?
I had 11
maybe.
months sober, and then I forgot that I was an alcoholic. I thought I could have one more.
All right, yeah, don't do it. Okay. Let's talk to Glenn Daw. Hi, Glenn Daw. Are you here for the AA meeting and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Bueller? Yes, hi, how are you?
Hi.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Yes.
It's my first time.
Okay. And where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from New Mexico, Farmington.
Oh, I know where that is. And a lot of alcoholism in Farmington, huh? When's the last time you had a drink?
Celebrating 98 days of sobriety today.
98 days. You know, there's a song by Question and the Material. What is it? Question and the Mysterians called 98 Days. Do you know the song?
Oh no, I'll look it up later.
Okay. All right, glad you're here. Welcome aboard. Here's Mel Lissa. Mel Lissa, how are you? Are you here for AA? Where are you calling from? And how long have you been sober? Jan to Mel Lissa. How are you? Hi.
I'm doing well. This is my second meeting.
And how long have you been sober?
2 days.
2 days. Okay. Where are you calling from?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. Okay. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here. And then this is another Mel. It's Mel Lissa R. Hey, Mel Lissa. How are you? It's like malnourished, but not. Are you here for AA? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm good. So I'm from Ohio. I have 18 days.
18 days from Ohio. Welcome aboard. Here's Brian. Hey, Brian. Hi, how are you? Brian Robon, son. Are you here for the AA meeting, and where are you calling from? How long are you sober?
Ohio, 19 days.
19 days. Then where are you calling from?
Ohio.
Where?
Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, another person from Ohio. Here's Jeremy. Jeremy. Can you come on in and talk to me, please? Where are you calling from? Am I mispronouncing words, or is it just me? Well, if you put it up there, if you type it up there like Joe, I will try to I'll try to pronounce it in my best Italian accent. Darren, hey Darren, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from? How long have you been sober? He left, I guess. Okay, Sam, I'm going over to Quentin. So Quentin, are you a Zoom bomber, or what's your deal? Are you here for AA? And Jan to Quentin. Hey.
Hello.
You're a bomber, huh? Bye. We'll get rid of this guy. He's an idiot. I don't even know why I call out somebody with a name like Quentin Whack. It's like, what the hell's wrong with me, right? I know. Okay, Jeremy, what's your deal? Jeremy, we're going to put you up in the waiting room since you're not communicating with us. He can sit up there. Did I get everybody here?
Yeah, Donna.
Oh, where's Donna? Can you unmute her?
Yep.
Donna.
Hi there. How are you?
Oh, good. Hi. Where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober?
Cleveland, Ohio, and a little bit over a month.
A little over a month. Okay. Welcome aboard. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
You have to mute her. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that stuff.
No, I'm not talking to the guys here. You're okay. Dominic. Hey, Dominic, how long are you sober now? Dominic is in Colorado.
He's 25 days.
Okay. Yeah, Chris, we don't really care. You can write to us at Step Workshop 1. They're going to put it up for you right now. Anybody who needs meeting confirmation, here's the email right here. It's called stepworkshop1@gmail.com, and just write and ask for confirmation. And then we will give it to you. Okay, do we get everybody here now or what? Jesse, you're in Longmont, right? 2 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you don't have to call me. You don't have to call me sir, just call me dog. Dog is good. Okay, okay, if you would put everything up to read, please. Sam, and then Matt, why don't you start reading it? You can read off of your computer and everybody follow along. Matt is going to explain to you how this meeting goes, but before he does that, you can start your video now. Go right ahead. This is incidentally, it's a participatory meeting. This is a workshop, okay? So you're not just in one of those meetings where you kick back and order pizza. I mean, you could order pizza, but then you have to share it with everybody. That's hard on Zoom. You start slapping your computer with, are you drinking a beer? No, what the hell is that? Okay. Looks like a beer. All right. Over to you, Matt.
Okay, thanks. Matt Alcoholic, welcome to Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 5 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, give writing and reading assignments. We'll teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meetings, it's not a speakers meeting nor a discussion meeting. It's more like an AA class, AA 101. You want to have the attitude of learning, do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We'll take you through the steps and AA books in short order. So if you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Security for Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop. We use the waiting room. When you come in, we ask your first name, last initial, country or city, and how long you've been sober. We have chat turned off. You can chat with the host or co-host. On mute is turned off. Cameras and pictures are turned off at the beginning of each meeting, and we turn them on later. We don't exchange phone numbers. You can get the number of the host for text and support. Here's our email for meeting confirmation, stepworkshop1@gmail.com. And this is good for school, class, work, probation, court orders, etc. And there's a link to the meeting in chat. We do all the above for safety reasons since everyone is new here and we want to protect you. Zoom bombers try to get in and the above eliminates them. You'll notice this is a step workshop and not a speakers or discussion meeting. It's like a class, AA 101, AA University. It's a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Everybody works in the group, moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. Glad you could make it. Announcements. AA in this meeting is supported by our own contributions to 7 Traditions. You can make donations to @Jann-Scott in Venmo. If you're using the Cash App, it's Jack Fox 111999. Contributions go to pay for Zoom, and we make monthly donations to Boulder 1 AA and Boulder County AA. We spend about $250 a month. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday's step meeting, 12 and 12, Meme Monday. Tuesday, Big Book, T-shirt Tuesday, AA inspired is preferred. Wednesday, as Bill sees it, Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday, Came to Believe, Dog Thursday. Friday's open, the chair picks the topic, and it's Cat Friday. Saturday, Living Sober, Virtual Background Day. And Sunday, Daily Reflections, Fashion Sunday. Please join me in the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not aligned with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. There's a link to the newcomers packet in chat. And for newcomers, come to our meeting for 5 days and see how you like it, and we'll put you to work. Please introduce yourself as an alcoholic when speaking. With that, back to you, Jan, in the studio.
Hey, thank you, Matt. Jann Alcoholic. So today is Monday. On Mondays, we read from 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, the books, and who knows where we left off last week. Do you know, Ron?
Jeff Alcoholic, we started on page 25. I'm thinking we got up to step 3 on page 34. I don't know.
Page
Correct me if I'm wrong.
28, the very last
Okay,
paragraph.
page 28. the very last paragraph. So raise your hand if you have the book and you want to read. Going to, there's the hand thing down here, and you want to put that up, please, Matt or Sam. Let's get that book up there. It's called 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. We're on step 2. We're on page 28. I'm waiting for it to get up here. There it is, right there. And type in there, please. Step 2. There it is, page 28. And what does step 2 say? Matt, type that in there. Step 2 says, step 2 says, came to believe. Fucking Walgreens calls me to tell me that my stuff isn't ready. I hate that. Okay, what does it say? Right, type in step 2. Every time we do this, you type in what it is. Step 2 says, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Okay, there it is. That's what we're working on today. Okay, perfect. And raise your hand if you want to read. Let's get those hands up. It's a participatory meeting. No, you have to actually read. Okay, Joe, you're up. Go, girl.
Hey, and I'm on the consider next the plate. Oh, I'm on 28.
Any number of
Any
AA.
any number, last paragraph, yeah.
Any number of AAs can say to the drifter, yes, we were diverted from our childhood faith too. The overconfidence of youth was too much for us. Of course, we were glad that good home and religious training had given us certain values. We were still sure that we ought to be fairly honest, tolerant, and just, that we ought to be ambitious and hardworking. We became convinced that such simple rules of fair play and decency would be enough. As material success founded upon no more than these ordinary attributes began to come to us, we felt we were winning at the game of life. This was exhilarating and it made us happy. Why should we be bothered with theological abstractions and religious duties, or with the state of our souls here or hereafter? The here and now was good enough for us. The will to win would carry us through. But then alcohol began to have its way with us. Finally, when all our scorecards read 0, and we saw that one more strike would put us out of the game forever, we had to look for our lost faith. It was in AA that we rediscovered it, and so can you.
Okay, that's it right there. Go ahead, Ron, you're up.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. Now we come to another kind of problem, the intellectual, self-sufficient man or woman. To these, many AAs can say, yes, we were like you, far too smart for our own good. We love to have people call us precocious. We used our education to blow ourselves up into prideful balloons, though we were careful to hide this from others. Secretly, we felt we could float above the rest of the folks on our brain power alone. Scientific progress told us there was nothing man couldn't do. Knowledge was all powerful. Intellect could conquer nature. Since we were brighter than most folks, so we thought, the spoils of victory would be ours for the thinking. The God of intellect displaced the God of our fathers. But again, John Barleycorn had other ideas. We who had won so handsomely in a walk turned into all-time losers. We saw that we had to reconsider or die. We found many in AA who once thought as we did. They tried to help us get down to our right size. By their example, they showed us that humility and intellect could be compatible, provided we placed humility first. When we began to do that, we received the gift of faith, a faith which works. This faith is for you too. I'll pass. Thank you.
Hey, Lori,
Hi,
do you want?
I'm Rebecca, alcoholic. Another crowd of AAs say, we were plumb disgusted with religion and all its works. The Bible, we said, was full of nonsense. We could cite it chapter and verse. and we couldn't see the beatitudes for the begats. In spots, its morality was impossibly good. In others, it seemed impossibly bad. But it was the morality of the religionists themselves that really got us down. We gloated over the hypocrisy, bigotry, and crushing self-righteousness that clung to so many believers in their Sunday best. How we loved to shout the damaging fact that millions of the good men of religion were still killing one another off in the name of God. This all meant, of course, that we had substituted negative for positive thinking. After we came to AA, we had to recognize that the trait had been an ego-feeding proposition. In belaboring the sins of some religious people, we could feel superior to all of them. Moreover, we could avoid looking at some of our own shortcomings. Self-righteousness, the very thing that we had contemptuously condemned in others, was our own besetting evil. This phony form of respectability was our undoing, so far as faith was concerned. But finally, driven to AA, we learned better. With that, I'll pass.
So Jeff, alcoholic?
Oh, I was going to go.
Okay. Oh, Sam, go ahead. Sam, you go ahead. Carry on, sir.
Hey, Sam, grateful alcoholic. As psychiatrists have
Sam,
often
wait a minute.
observed.
Sam's watching the room, so no reading. You got to watch the room for. Otherwise, we get Zoom bombers in here masturbating throughout the whole thing. Somebody has to watch the room. Okay, go ahead, Jeff.
Okay. Jeff, alcoholic, South Florida, page 31, top of the page. As psychiatrists have often observed, defiance is the outstanding characteristic of many an alcoholic. So it's not strange that lots of us have had our day at defying God himself. Sometimes it's because God has not delivered us the good things in life, which we specified, as a greedy child makes an impossible list for Santa Claus. More often, though, we had met up with some major calamity and, to our way of thinking, lost out because God deserted us. The girl we wanted to marry had other notions. We prayed God that she changed her mind, but she didn't. We prayed for healthy children and were presented with sick ones, or none at all. We prayed for promotions at business and none came. Loved ones upon whom we heartily depended were taken from us by so-called acts of God. Then we became drunkards, and we asked God to stop that, but nothing happened. This was the unkindest cut of all. Damn this faith business, we said. When we encountered AA, the fallacy of our defiance was revealed. At no time had we asked what God's will was for us. Instead, we had been telling him what it ought to be. No man we saw could believe in God and defy him. 2, belief meant reliance, not defiance. In AA, we saw the fruits of this belief. Men and women spared from alcohol's final catastrophe. We saw them meet and transcend their pains, other pains and trials. We saw them calmly accept impossible situations, seeking neither to run nor to recriminate. This was not only faith, it was faith that worked under all conditions. We soon concluded that whatever price and humility we must pay, we would pay. Thank you for letting me read that.
Where did you leave off there?
Oh, bottom of page 31, Jen. Now let's take the guy.
Okay, Sarah, you want to read? Sarah, what are you doing?
Got it. Had to get unmuted. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You want to read or what?
Yep, I'm reading. Now let's take the guy full of faith but still reeking of alcohol. He believes he is devout. His religious observance is scrupulous. He's sure he still believes in God but suspects that God doesn't believe in him. He takes pledges and more pledges. Following each, he not only drinks again, but acts worse than the last time. Valiantly, he tries to fight alcohol, imploring God's help, but the help doesn't come. What then can be the matter? To clergymen, doctors, friends, and families, the alcoholic who means well and tries hard is a heartbreaking riddle. To most AAs, he is not. There are too many of us who have been just like him and have found the riddle's answer. This answer has to do with the quality of faith rather than its quantity. This has been our blind spot. We supposed we had humility when we really hadn't. We supposed we had been serious about religious practices when, upon honest appraisal, we found we had been only superficial, or, going to the other extreme, we had wallowed in emotionalism and had mistaken it for true religious feeling. In both cases, we had been asking for something for nothing. The fact was, we really hadn't cleaned house so that the grace of God could enter us and expel the obsession. In no deep or meaningful sense had we ever taken stock of ourselves, made amends to those we had harmed, or freely given to any other human being without any demand for reward. We had not even prayed rightly. We had always said, "Grant me my wishes," instead of "Thy will be done." The love of God and man we understood not at all. Therefore, we remained self-deceived and so incapable of receiving enough grace to restore us to sanity. Few indeed are the practicing alcoholics who have any idea how irrational they are, or, seeing their irrationality, can bear to face it. Some will be willing to term themselves problem drinkers, but cannot endure the suggestion that they are in fact mentally ill. They are abetted in this blindness by a world which does not understand the difference between sane drinking and alcoholism. Sanity is defined as soundness of mind. Yet, no alcoholic soberly analyzing his destructive behavior, whether the destruction fell on the dining room furniture or his own moral fiber, can claim soundness of mind for himself. Therefore, step 2 is the rallying point for all of us. Whether agnostic, atheist, or former believer, we can stand together in this step. True humility and an open mind can lead us to faith, and every AA meeting has an assurance that God will restore us to sanity if we rightly relate ourselves to Him. Amen.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks everybody for reading. So this is step 2 out of the 12 by 12. You know, this was written in 19. God, who knows? They say between 1947 and 1952, but here's the thing. So 1950 was, let me see, how many years ago was that, Jeff? 75 years ago. So, and I think that Bill Wilson wrote this, and he moved past his sort of born again experience that he had on page 60 through 63 on step 3, actually, in the AA book. And here now he's moved into something that's a little bit more, it's like theoretical. And he even talks about it. But does he have this deep connection with God? Are things like burning and firing away? I don't think so. And so when I've read this in the past, I'm like, what? You know, it's like it was only until I, really got back to the big book and page 60 through 63 and went to church and to a church that wasn't dead. I went to more of an alive church. Like for me, it would be like one of the charismatic churches or evangelical churches. They seem to have they were more about the Bible, more about the healing power of the Holy Spirit, more about the gifts that Jesus brought forward. Because these guys, between 1930, men and women, between 1932 and 1939, I mean, well, they didn't have a book. They were you. That's why they call this this blue book. They call it the big book because the book that they had was the good book. So there's actually a book out on on Amazon, and man, if you could type it up in there, it's called the Good Book and the Big Book. And the Good Book and the Big Book, it's on It's on Amazon. Why, do you have that book, Jeff? It's on Amazon. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's the big book. Okay, but this is called Good Book and the Big Book, Matt. And it's on Amazon. And you guys can get it because it shows where they paraphrase the Bible inside the big book. It's throughout the whole thing. I mean, a good part of it is taken straight from the book, straight from the book of James. And the reason I'm talking about this is because the real healing from alcoholism, and you'll see people in this meeting who've been coming to this for a while that will attest to it, that when you have a direct spiritual connection with God, something happens to you inside the third step, where is there's this great healing that takes place, and that's necessary in order to help us get over the alcoholism. It's why AA is called a spiritual program. It's why ultimately psychotherapy, physical therapy, doesn't really work for alcoholics. You have to come to like a 12-step meeting, AA, and then do the 12-step process, which is what we do in this class, in this workshop, and then have the spiritual experience, and then move on through into where we make amends in step 8 and 9, and then in step 11, we continue to have a connection with God. God starts to work inside of us. At step 12, we carry the message to other people. There's a spiritual axiom, which is you can't keep it unless you give it away. And of course, when Jesus was here, he said that you have to go forth and preach the good news, which is what AA does. But we don't use a Christian faith because there are people from many different religions. But every single religion, whether it's Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism, they all have the same axiom. And that one axiom is you just can't get it and try to hang on to it. You have to give it away. You have to share it. Terry talks about this sometimes. They even talk about it in the big book, which is that when you feel like, in fact, Terry talked about it in his last talk when he was here, Father Terry. If you feel like you're an enlightened being for today, enlightenment is transitory. You've got it and then you lose it. Why do you lose it? Because you have to give it away. Being that this is Martin Luther King's birthday, and that was his great message to all of us in 1963, which was, it's kind of profound. We've got the guy who tried to overthrow the government, led by the devil, became president today, and it's Martin Luther King's birthday, for God's sakes, and he's the person who talked about peace and sharing and God and going to the mountaintop. All of that is like, what a day. It's like a day of day. It's like D-Day. It's like D-Day for spirituality, really, if you think about it. You've got the force of evil and the force of good. In AA, we talk about, we don't really talk about evil a great deal, but they do have what's called the 8 bedevilments on page 52 in the AA Big Book. They do kind of talk about it. They don't preach on it because AA's primary purpose is to help you get sober and stay sober for the rest of your life. So we're not really preaching religion here, but this is a special day. I mean, this is a day of, it's quite a day. God knows what's going to happen. When AA was formed in 1932 to 1939, you have to think what was going on in the world. The Great Depression was full on. People were starving all over the world. Hitler was on the march in Europe in 1932. He's just taken over the chancellery. Mussolini was coming into power. The Japanese were trying to conquer all of Europe. America was in a depression, and these guys, and Prohibition had just ended. Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob meet with a few other people, and they create this 12-step project experiment of Alcoholics Anonymous, the first treatment program in the history of mankind that actually worked, where people got sober and stayed sober. I'm a testament to that. 47 years. Jeff, 39 years. Before that, nobody, people didn't get sober. They considered it a moral problem. They threw alcoholics like us in prison, or they hung us, or they killed us prior to that. But in this 20th century, this was the first treatment and most successful one for alcoholism. So this step 2 in this book, it's interesting. But where we are, for those of you who are new here, where we are is we take you through the basic 12-step process, how to live your life without drinking. And in there, the spiritual dynamic comes into play somewhere between step 3 and 12. And, I always say to people, you can't just come in here, get yours and leave. We have people that do that and they get pissed off and they leave. Because I tell them, you have to do 12-step work. You have to help people. You have to take people through the steps the way we do it here. Now we have breakout rooms. So everybody, Laurie and Jeff and Rebecca, Sam, Ron, Joe, Matt, are helping people, Naaman, helping people through the steps because they've done all 12 of them, and taking everybody through the various process. So they're giving it away, and Julie, involved in passing it on, involved in the spiritual axiom. So if we do it by a group and breakout groups, it seems to be a little easier. Before, we'd have people, say, I'd feel like, well, Amanda, you're going out to lunch with 6 people every week. Why don't you sponsor them? They're all drunk and you're the only one who's sober. And so that got confusing. She was like, well, they're my friends. I don't want to annoy them. I'm like, yes, annoy them. That's what we're called to do. Carry the message of recovery from alcoholism to other people, 12th step. So anyways, I know I just got off on a rant here. I wasn't even planning on saying all of this, but it completely struck me where we are. And of course, the opinions expressed about Martin Luther King and our current, the devil in the White House, are just mine. You don't have to agree with me, but all you have to do is see the handwriting on the wall and we'll see what happens. But for us, that's none of our business. It's like, well, why did you bring it up? I don't know. I just brought it up. But so what is our business? Our business is we don't have to get drunk over this or anything. We do not have to pick up a drink. You don't have to pick up a drink because your husband beat you, or your wife left you and is cheating on you. You don't have to drink over we don't have to drink over any of this shit. We are so fortunate here. We have a way to work our way out of it. And let me see here. So a couple things here. So I made a couple of you co-hosts. So what I'd like to do, those of you that I made co-hosts, I'd like to do a training, maybe tomorrow before the meeting, if it's possible, for like an hour, so that you can be co-hosts in the meeting. And then what you could do is you could say, okay, I can co-host today, because we have Jeff and Sam who are able to lay down the stuff that we're talking about as hosts, all the material. But we need co-hosts who can watch the room and not be reading. If you're co-hosting, you can't be reading and following the material and watch the room. So earlier we had like this guy in here masturbating. I don't know how long he was up. but I kicked him out, or Matt, you kicked him out, but so we do get Zoom bombers in here, and it's just, so co-hosts, let's say like Lori says, okay, I'll co-host for today. Then we'll put you on the room, and your job throughout the whole meeting on that given day, not every day, is to watch the room for bombers and remove them. So let me ask you right now. So who would do a training tomorrow with me? Can you? Okay, Laura, you can do it. All right, Ron, how about you? Okay, Ron, Joe, raise your hand in the hand raising thing. Okay, so here's, okay, Naaman, good, you'll do it. Sarah, you'll do it, fine, that's perfect. Julie, you've been here before. Hey, Jeff, you want to do a training with us? You have to raise your hand. You know how to raise your hand?
Oh, no, well, if you want me to take the people for the steps, or this other thing is more technical, isn't it?
No. Oh, no, but, well, okay, I'll just do the training with us. But
Okay,
we'll
sure,
do it tomorrow before the meeting.
Sure, an hour before, okay, all right.
An hour before, okay, you kids, so those of you who raised your hands, an hour before, come on the meeting. Matt, you and Sam can come too if you want to, but I want to get these guys trained. So this way we'll have at least one of you can say, okay, I'll watch the room for today. So you can listen, but you can't read and be involved in the meeting and co-host and watch the room. That's what the bombers depend on, and they get through this. I don't know if anybody saw that. It's pretty disgusting. It's not funny. And sometimes we've had like bunches of them at a time, and lately we've been getting them in. Okay, good. So tomorrow, hour before the meeting, perfect, right here. Same bat time, no different bat time. So now let's see. Now let's go to. I want to go. Okay, okay, so we were going to do Autumn, are you here? Okay, there you were. Oh, hey, Autumn, can you come to this tomorrow too, or are you working? She must be busy. So we're going to do a fifth step with Autumn, and I think maybe Autumn, maybe we can do a fifth step with you the day after tomorrow. That would be perfect. Okay. Manny, let me ask you, so who's on step one? That's writing step one. Anybody? Who's on step two? Writing step two. Who's on step three? Writing step three. Manny, what are you writing? What are you?
I'm on step 4 at the moment.
Oh, you're still on step 4. So you're going to get ready to do step 5, huh? Are you done? Are you done writing, or are you doing more?
No, I think I'll take a couple of days on it if I'm honest. There's a lot of stuff.
All right, that sounds good. Who was the other person that was on step 4 with you?
Caitlin was there.
Is she here?
Yes.
Who was it? Did you say Caitlin?
Yeah.
Caitlin, are you here?
I am here.
Okay, so are you on step 4?
I'm on step 4. We received the instructions for step 4 yesterday, so
okay,
working on it.
Oh, okay, good. And then Danny, you're on step 4 too. So let's take Caitlin, Danny, Manny, and Sam, and why don't you guys all go into what the hell? We have 5 rooms here. I haven't why don't you just go into room 4? There you go. Perfect. Okay, good. Okay, and Sam, you go in there too. Danny goes in there, and Manny. Okay. All right, perfect. Go over step 4. Now, who's on so step 5, Autumn, we're going to get to you later. Who else is working? Oh, Sarah, where are you? What are you working on? We have to unmute her. Sarah, what are you working on? Oh, where are you? You're on 9, huh?
No. Oh, this is Sarah from Ithaca.
No. Okay, hang on for what?
I'm on step 4, though.
You are? Go in that room then. If you know how to go in there, it's Matt help. We're out.
Please. On my phone, I can't. I don't see a way.
It should have come up, Sarah. I assigned you. Yep, gone.
Okay. Okay, other Sarah, where is she? Oh, here you are. Hi. So what do we, I'm sorry. What do
I did my step 9. I have 2 people left to talk to.
You're writing on step 9. That's perfect. You and Efren, right?
Yes.
No, is that right, Efren? Unmute Efren, would you please? Okay, stay here with me, I think. We've been talking, right? So if you have any more, just write to me on this. So stay right here with me. Unmute Efren. Efren, are you here? Efren. Where is he? Efren, talk to me.
Did I unmute?
All right. So how is your step 9 going?
Step 9's going decent. Didn't get to work on it today. I'm out of busy working.
Have you done any? You can write to me, email me if you're having a problem with it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I think actually, you know what I think we'll do is I'm going to move you and Sarah in with Matt.
Okay.
Into room. Matt, what room you guys want to go into? And talk to them about step
3.
9, how to do it. Okay, then go into room 3. So that's Matt, Efren, and Sarah into the 9th step room. Go over the 9th step with them, okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good. Dominic, what are you working on? Where the hell are you? There you are. What step are you on?
I don't think I can assign myself.
I finished step 4.
You finished, so you're ready to do step 5. So stay
Yes.
right here. You can't move yourself in there. I'll move you in there. Matt, what room am I going to move you
3.
into?
Room 3.
Excellent. You see it? Yeah, hang out, Brian. Okay, Zach. No, it's not a business meeting. This is a kick your ass meeting. Kayla with 4 years, but she'd ask and give me a hard time. Okay, so new guys, everybody who's new. So we have, let me just look at this really quick. So we have what's called a sober up room where Jeff will take you in there and explain to you. It's called the sober up room. And so these are the guys that, Jeff, you could move yourself in there. Do you know how to do it? Jack, you want to go in the sober up room with Jeff? So move yourself into the sober up room.
Just give me this. It says I see the queue here. I don't see the queue yet.
You go down to the 4 boxes, you click on them, and then you go to your name, Jeff, and then it says assigned to sober up room. Go in there. Okay. Jeff's going to explain how this meeting works and take you guys through. So Jack, you know how to do it? Do you want me to move you in there?
You can move me in, that'd be great. I'm trying to find it.
Okay, Jeff, it's down where the boxes are. Where is he, Jeff? Where did you go? Is your name Jeff? Oh, it's Jack, sorry. Sorry about this, guys, but this is kind of how this meeting goes. Jack. There it is, Jack, working on day 1. Okay, Jack, so we're going to move you into the sober up room. Okay, who's new here? Axel, 2.1 weeks. Who's new? 19 days, 1 month. Kevin, 1 month. So which one of you guys? So Brian, have you been to this meeting before?
No.
It's your first time here. So
yeah.
We could move you into the sober up room with Jeff. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Who knows how to move people into rooms? Do you know how to do it, Ron? Do you know how to do it, Julie? Where'd she go? Do you know how to do it, Rebecca? us how to do it. Come on, you guys. I need help moving people in. Brian, we're gonna move you into sober up room. There you go. Who was here yesterday? Axel, Dominic. Hey, Dominic, where were you? So what are you ready to do? You're ready to do what stuff now? Melissa, how about you? We'll move you into, do you know how to move people into rooms, Rebecca? Shake your head yes or no. Sorry about this, everybody. It just takes time. Nobody knows how to do this. So Melissa, we're going to move you into the sober up room. How's that sound? 18 days. You go down to the 4 squares, you click on the room you want to get into, and you go in there. Sandra, 5 days in Illinois. Have you figured out how to move people yet, Rebecca? Julie, have you figured out how to do it? Ron?
Yeah.
You see the first? So move Sandra into the sober up room. We'll move Axel into the sober up room. Zach, 1 month, you can go to the sober up room. Kevin, move Kevin in the sober up room. Okay, sober up. So we're actually doing the training now. Joe, I'm going to move you into the sober up room too and let you help. I'm going to let you help, Jeff. Okay, good. There we go. Who else we got left here? Jeff rises to the occasion. Cool. All right, no. Is this a business meeting or what? Or what? Move me to the sober up room, Sandra. Okay, we moved her there. Okay. Perfect. Okay, good. And I'm having water. How many rooms do we have going? Oh, Rebecca, I'm going to move you into the step 4 room with what's his name and see if you can help. Let me see who's there. We have the sober up room. We have step 1, the step 3 room. They're doing, what are they doing over there? Oh, they're working on the 9th step. I'm going to move you into the I'm going to move you into, unless, do you know how to move yourself? Or Ron, can you move Rebecca into the step 4 room so she can help Sam? Okay. And then, okay, you did it. Good. And then let's move Zach into the sober up room. Okay. Autumn, where the heck are you? Okay. And then we need to move. All right, I just have to check one more thing, kids. Okay. So the sober up room, he's got help. Step 3 is Efren and Matt and Sarah. They're actually working on 9 in there. So I think what we'll do is we'll move Ron, can you move yourself into room 3 to help Matt? Or I can move you in there, it depends.
Yeah, I can't move myself.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? People say they can't move themselves. How about that?
My name's not on the unassigned list.
There it is. I think I just moved.
click join.
What's that?
I think you just click join. You don't use your, because it's you that's doing it.
You need to
You
do
don't
something.
have to find your name.
Matt, what are you doing back here?
We finished. Sarah's in good shape. She's got one more, and Efren's in the middle of it, and answered all the questions. And no, so it's just Sarah and Efren are back with me.
All right. Okay, fine. So Uh, so let's do this. Let me see here. Julie, how are you? We'll talk to you. So what I know what you're working on, but how are things going? I know you've been doing like a DA program and AA program. You have this, you're staying sober, you're working on your estate stuff. You're working through grief. How's your sister doing? Is she get sober or is she drinking still?
You know,
You
she
know?
gets sober and she's still going back and forth.
I forget
But
to call her. Yeah.
yeah, I
You-
hope to see her this week.
Are you going to California?
I'm in California.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are in California. Oh
Yeah.
my God. You are so lucky. You know what the temperature is here?
I heard it's very cold. Yes.
Well, it's 4 degrees.
Oh my gosh. That is cold.
And it's been 4 degrees for the past 5 days.
Oh goodness.
I went to school, Matt, in Vermont, and in the wintertime, which is kind of like up where you live. So it was always 10 or 20 below zero. This is back in the day when you would run an extension cord out to your car and put one of those things, like you take your oil stick out and you put this rod in there, it heated up the oil. And
Yeah,
then
like a black heater.
exactly what it was. And then when it got really cold, you'd run a 100 watt or I can't remember, 250-watt bulb in there too. It's the only way I could start my 1962. What the hell was it? Studebaker. So this is as cold as it was in Vermont. And you know what I used to do? I used to drink like ginger brandy and beer. So in the evening when I was going to school, and it made me normal. That was after that was after I got out of treatment the first time. It's very bad. So we're talking with Julie anyway. So how's it going? How are you doing? You're smiling, so you're apparently having a good time at this meeting.
Yes, good meeting. Yes. I am reading that How to Get Out of Debt, Stay Out of Debt book. So
Hold it up. Do you have it there in front of you?
yeah.
Who else has this book? Hold it close and keep it there. Oh, good. How to Get Out of Debt, Stay Out of Debt, and Live Prosperously by Gerald Mundus. He was in AA, is in AA, still alive. And he wrote that, he was a financial expert on Wall Street. And he wrote that book. I don't know what year did he write it? And then they created Debtors Anonymous, but it is the perfect financial program for alcoholics if you're having financial trouble.
Yes.
Oh, so that should help you maybe
80.
take care of your estate and everything and sort of get moving. It keeps you sane around money. Have you noticed that? Do you feel a little more sane when you read it?
I do. Yeah. And it's also encouraging me to, do my numbers and
Okay.
stay sober that way too in financially, which
So many people in AA, I'm one, hit rock bottom financially because we don't know, the program doesn't always, it's like, I need help. That's why we help people here. If you've got money issues going on, when you get to step 8 and 9, we can help you out because we know a lot about it here. So I don't know, any of you that have that going on, just talk to me. Well, I'm glad you're here. Tell your
Yes,
sister
it-
to call her. You could tell her to call me. Lori, what are you working on?
I'm working with somebody that I've known for a long time. She's working on her first step with me.
Okay.
And I'm doing 10, 11, and 12 and reading 83 to 88 every day.
You're doing God's work. Are you? Yeah, there you go.
Of course.
Of course, I know. It's Martin Luther King Day. Ron, how about you? What are you working on?
I have begun, well, I've got a few amends to make. I sent you the last one. You said go ahead.
Yep.
I've got one major one left to do. I was gonna email you about it, and then one that I'm kind of reluctant to do. I don't care much for that person, but it's one.
Well, we could talk about that. Sometimes if to do so would injure them or others, which includes ourselves, you may hold off on it for a little bit.
Okay,
Depends
well,
on how they
it would
align.
create a lot of, it was a young lady that I probably had an affair with, and she doesn't care much for me. She did email me, and of course, I don't want to get into all that, but she
When's the
doesn't like
last
me much, and I
When's the
don't
last
like
time
her
she
much.
emailed you?
Oh, I haven't responded.
When was it?
Oh, probably 5 or 6 days ago when she,
Oh, so when did the affair end?
probably over a year ago.
Oh, yeah. So this is, well, let's email me about that. Let's talk
Okay.
about it.
Thank
We should talk about that one.
All right, no,
That one's on the fire. So we should, yeah, we should talk about that and see.
okay.
And maybe I
No,
can help
thank
you
you.
out. I can help you out with it.
I mean, I'd be willing to do it, but it would probably stir up more than it would be
Well,
worth.
we should talk. Let's just talk about it.
Okay, thank
Email
you.
me on it. We'll talk about it. Those kind of
Okay.
things. Those kind of things are a little tricky. Let's see here. Sarah, you're on 9, right?
Yeah, I just have one letter left to write to my mom who passed.
Okay. How many of these have you done? Your 9
Let me look. 12.
Oh, really? You've done 12 already?
Well, 11 because I still have to do my mom's.
Okay, and did you mail them or did you call people?
Mostly calls. The ones I could do in person were my family here at home. And then I wrote the letter to my ex-husband and it's ready to be mailed.
Okay. How's it going so far? What's the response you're getting?
Good, actually. Like my dad was one of my ones I was nervous about, but he told me that he was super proud of me and that he was so grateful that I found the program. And then that's all he wanted for me is to be sober and healthy. So it was very good outcome. Better than
Can you help Ron with his affair?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Just except to say, Ron, you idiot. No.
No, I've been there.
Okay. Alfred, how are yours coming now?
They're going, I only did a couple and I've only called one person and wrote 2 letters, but.
How did that go? Will you send the letters to me before you mail them out?
Okay.
You have my email, send them over. I want to read them because sometimes people start to say too much or say the wrong thing.
Okay. I'll just send it probably not till this weekend because I'm out of town and I left my computer at the house, so.
Send them to me. So how did who did you make one to? How did it go?
The letter?
Yeah. You said you made one amend. Who did you make it to?
Oh, I made it to one of my ex-girlfriends and it didn't go well. She didn't really give a shit. And she was so mad at me that
well, that's why you talk to me. Hey, listen up.
Okay.
That's why you talk to me first.
Okay.
Don't listen to me. Don't try to self-will this. You try to self-will amends, they're going to blow up in your face.
Yeah, that one did.
They will blow up in your face, and you'll get fed up with it. You'll try to make an amend to an ex-girlfriend or an ex-wife, and they'll be like, "Well, fuck you, blah, you know what you did to me, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Well, the hell with that. I'm not making any more of these amends. They don't work out." That's why you talk to me first, and I'll help through what we should say and what not to say. Trust me, I am an expert on this.
Yeah.
I've made so many mistakes in amends. I'm like the king of screw ups. I really am. I know what not to do. Problem is you don't know what not to do.
I don't.
All right, so email me before you
Okay.
send any more of those. Matt, how did your, should we call these bastards back or should we let them sit out there? They probably don't know how to get back here, do they? I'll let them sit there. Matt, how did your amends go when you did them? You just had a couple, huh?
Yeah, I actually really only had one to my wife in the end, but I was telling those guys when I talked to them a little earlier in the breakout room, but it was more not really much. It wasn't bad. It wasn't really like great because I mean it was sort of a non-event. I mean she accepted it, but again it was more on the actions going forward. She wanted to see the trend.
Oh, that's right. You were still with her name. And how did your amends go?
They all varied. I got everything from more work to offered tacos, and I'm still working up the courage to contact my dad. I'm waiting for his birthday, which is the 30th, and I'm going to do my best with that. I've got it all written. I really think
How many amends do you have?
I
How
had
many
about
people?
7, and I have just the one
About
left.
how many?
7, and then I have one left with my dad.
Well, I had all kinds, financial amends to credit cards, family members, friends, contractors. They can be a lot. All right, so should we bring everybody back? I think we probably should. They'll be sitting out there they'll be there for Jeff will keep them there till 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Close all the rooms. Here we go. Yep. Wow. So how did everybody like the meeting? You guys like the meeting today? Jen went on a rant. Okay, Lori liked it. Matt didn't like it too much.
I liked it.
Did you? Okay, good. The devil's in the White House. Satan. What? I thought I was possessed when I first came to AA. The guy came over to me and said, "Oh, lady came over to me and said, maybe you are." And I'm like, Kyle, don't say that. All right, you guys, is everybody back now? They're still coming in. So, hey, Sandra, how did you like? Where's Sandra? Hey, Sandra, how'd you like it in there in the newcomer in the sober up room?
Well, it was good. It was good. You have to, you know, you're not alone, and other people are going through it, and
Well, here's the deal. Come every day for 5 days. Okay, so if you can, and we'll help you. So if you come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we'll put you to work. So that's our message. Come for 5 days. Okay.
all the same time.
Yeah. Every day. We don't miss. We're here. Like we're here on every holiday, 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving. Where are you? You're in Illinois.
I'm in Illinois, but I'm traveling on Thursday, so I will do my very best.
Well, that's okay. Just come from the hotel room, wherever or your car. Let's see. Hey, Autumn, how about you? Autumn, how did you like today's meeting? Was this fun?
Good.
Yeah? Did you learn a lot?
Yes, a little bit.
A little bit, okay. And you're welcome to come to our training tomorrow, at 3.
Okay. I'll try.
Okay, if you can, you might be working. All right, good. Okay, Melissa, how about you? How did it go? How'd you do over there with Jeff and whoever and Joe?
It did really well. It's nice to know that, you have to hear multiple people's stories and to know that, they experience a lot of the same things that other people have experienced.
Well,
So
here's the deal. Come for 5 days if you want to, only if you want to. And then
I'll be here.
we'll put you to work. All right, perfect. If you would read the promises, Matt.
Mad Alcoholic. These are the promises on page 83 of the big book. If we're painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We'll comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We'll intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They'll always materialize if we work for them.
Thank you. Here comes the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So this meeting is officially over. We're here every day, same bat time, same bat channel. You're welcome to come. If you come for 5 days and see how you like it, and if you do like it, we will put you to work and start moving you through the steps, which is the perfect way to do it, rather than try to do it alone. We do it in a big group, and people get well here. It really works out very well, and yeah. And you can just see we have breakout rooms every day.